Check 1, 2.
Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap to melody rap. If they gon' put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Welcome to Precinct. Fuck everybody on the front. When we stand on the finals, bring that same energy, nigga.
Yeah. Live and direct on your YouTube screen. It is another episode of Knicks and Ish. Y'all already know the vibery. I am the one and only Parlay Lord, aka Fraz Taz, here in the building. And of course, we have the rest of the Knicks and Ish panel. The first lady of Knicks and Ish, Mrs. Knicks. And of course, our beloved host, the one and only T-Time. Shout out the panel. Big ups to y'all. And shout out everybody who is here. Jimmy J1 in the building. Salute to you, big brother, as always. Wilton Oliver, what's going on? Welcome in. New subscriber. Uncle Paulie in the building. We see you as always. You already know the vibe, Uncle Paulie. What up, cuz? You know we here. Word. Don't forget, everybody, press like for your favorite panel. Sharing is always caring. If you're new and you have not subscribed, go ahead and do so. And please make sure you make that notification bell say all, so you get all of our notifications when we go live. Let's talk about Knicks Sixers tonight, guys. Another cardiac Knicks event here. Knicks win 125-119 in overtime, despite Philly not playing Embiid and Andre Drummond. So we're going to pass it around the panel. We're going to get insight from the rest of the panel here first before I chime in. So go take it away, guys.
All right. You know, we here. Shout out to everybody in the building. Absolutely. I'm happy we won. Let's start off with that, right? Let's just start off with T-Tom saying that he's happy that the Knicks won. But the fashion that we won was rough. As per usual, like you said, Fresh cardiac Knicks, doing cardiac Knicks things. I love the way we played in the first half. The ball was zipping around the court. We was finding an open man. You know, even though the Knicks use a lot of the shot clock, you know, we were still finding the open man because he was moving the basketball. Second half, I cannot say the same thing until overtime. Overtime, we started moving the basketball again. Third quarter, I was appalled by the offense. I was sitting here literally yelling at the screen, what is this offense? That's the words that I was, what is this offense? Same tone and everything. Because the offense was looking real stagnant. JB had a hell of a game, but at the same time, I need JB to understand, even though Cat is not on the court, you still have capable players on the court with you. You still had Mikal, who was having a hell of a game, but didn't get a shot in the fourth quarter. Wild, right? Mikal didn't get one shot in the fourth quarter. It's disgusting, right? OG, even though he's been hit or miss, he's still capable, especially if you catch him cutting to the rim. Josh Hart played a solid game, and we know he's capable as an offensive player. He just pick and choose when he wants to attack. I just felt like JB just took too much, stress, too much stress on his shoulders. Yeah, now you good, bro. Took too much stress on his shoulders tonight, and we could have closed out this game early. Last thing before I land the plane, because I don't want to, take the wind out of everybody else's sails. Free throws, and that's it. If you watch the game, you know what I'm talking about. I'll land the plane there.
Thanks. Well, I'm gonna start off with what I always start off with.
28 assists. That's winning basketball. Um, and then I'm gonna say Josh Hart, triple double, 11th triple double of the season of his career, all with the Knicks. Again, a double double without points. And he just did everything for us. I mean, as much as JB carried us offensively, I feel like without Josh, we lose the game because his effort, his rebounding was insane. He had like 17 rebounds
That is
for a
correct.
6'4"
17.
guy. That's tough in T Time's words.
That's tough.
Um,
That's
I
my
don't
fault. I didn't mean
even.
that. Yeah. But yeah.
I mean, as much of a role player that he is, he's very integral in our team's winning. Um, and so you can't say enough about him. I think we got great minutes from Mikal again. It looks like he put his shot back to the way it was and it's working again.
Hmm.
He's like on again, off again, on again, off again all season, trying to
Hmm.
figure out his shot, but seems to be falling down again. We got great minutes from Precious today. And I feel like the minutes that Jericho played, we had some good minutes from him today. Um, I'm I'm
Well, I agree with
happy.
that. I agree
Even
with that. T time,
Cameron
yes.
Payne,
Put your hands in the air for
Cameron
put your
Payne,
hands in the air for Jericho Sims. I'm sorry, sis. Definitely. Definitely. He scored points today. You gotta give
facts
it
he
to him, you
did,
know?
and like good putbacks. Like, okay, this is what
Yes,
we need
yes,
from you.
yes, yes.
Campaign in that second quarter looked like he was going to murder his old team, and then he
Mhm.
didn't get to play much more after that. But for the minutes that they do play, that's all that matters, right? Like,
Hmm.
just be effective with however many minutes you get, and just because I know it's gonna come up. Oh my God, the guys all played over 40 something minutes. Josh almost played 50 minutes. We don't care. We
We're not
won.
playing. We're
We
not playing a
won.
back to back. We're not playing a back to back. So why are we worried about that?
I don't care. So we're gonna dead that right now. We won. Appreciate the win.
Exactly.
Josh doesn't care.
He sure don't. He told you, I'm built for this. That's what he said in the interview, didn't he not? But if I
Yep.
may, since it is now my turn, if I may, let me start off by saying this. It's great to see that we got a lot of bench production tonight. 29 points off the bench, including 13 from Deuce and Precious Achua stuffing the stat sheet like he did tonight. Amazing. That's all we
Mhm.
ask for from our benches to show up and give us some quality minutes like we've been asking. Um, JB, my guy, you are turning into a goat in front of our eyes, JB. You are the captain of this team. You are the leader of this team. And I commend you very much for doing what you did in that overtime, my guy. This is why you are our floor general, because you understand when to take control of the game. You said, overtime, give me the ball. It is my time. And being that he
Hold-
did that, I believe
yeah,
we
hold on.
started off. Go
My
ahead.
fault. I got a joke. I got a joke. He
Okay.
turned into Skip Bayless. It's my next.
That was a good one. That's a good one. I give you that. That is a good one. That is
My
absolutely.
fault. Yeah,
Nah,
that
you're
was
good.
But they
No, no,
couldn't
no, no,
stop
no,
him though,
no.
and so that's what you
No.
do,
You're
right? Like they
Tea time.
couldn't
We
stop
interrupt
him.
you
They
all the
were
time, bro.
doubling
You
him,
are
tripling
good,
him.
Birdie.
You
Like
can't stop him.
Good. Do your
you
thing,
interrupt
Flash. My
you
bad. Yeah.
interrupt us all the time. You're good, bro. No worries, man. Nick started off overtime on an 8-0 run. OG hit that first dunk. And then Brunson hit that 3-pointer. I think he got fouled,
He got
and then he had
fouled
a
for a
few
three.
free, and he made the free throw, and then he had two more free throws after that. So that pushed
No, no,
us
no.
on the
He
8
didn't hit
nothing
the.
run.
He didn't hit the three. He
Oh no,
missed
he
the
had
three. He
three
got
free throws.
fouled
No,
on it. Yeah.
yeah, he had three free throws. I apologize. That's my bad. I apologize. I forgot he had because he had two more free throws after the
Yeah.
and one. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I apologize for that. I had to clear that up. But the first 8 points of overtime went to the Knicks. From there, we basically had control of the overtime. Um, Brunson almost had a 40 piece. 16 of his 38 was in the fourth quarter and overtime. I would like to give a special shout out to my guy number three, Josh Hart. You know you my guy over here. I'm like 5K points. Congratulations, Josh Hart, on your 5,000 points tonight. I don't know if nobody noticed that, but
Yes.
yes, I am a stat connoisseur. Josh Hart, congratulations. 5K points scored tonight. We appreciate you. Somebody give that man the game ball. For real. Um, it was great to see that the Knicks were more hell bent on points in the paint tonight. Um, hold on, let me get my stats here. I apologize.
No, you good,
54.
bro.
I mean, they didn't
It was
win,
a
but with that
we didn't
54,
win, but
56.
we didn't win the points in the paint, but the key was we weren't like going crazy shooting all these erratic threes. All right. They were more focused on, okay,
Mhm.
let's get to the basket or let's get to our spot. Let's get our shot. We get fouled. We get free throws. I like the way the offense flowed tonight. Less 3 pointers is better. You know what I mean? We shot 43% tonight from three, which was a very good number. That's a very good clip, 16 to 37. But I'd like to also add on to T Tom's complaint about the free throws. 17 of 24 is unacceptable, man. It is unacceptable, man. Even especially when the game becomes close down the last 5 minutes of a game, you can't be missing free throws in the clutch, man. Like you got to put points on the board when the time's not coming off the clock. You have to take advantage of every opportunity we get to score, especially with teams like this. You know how this NBA is. A 10-point lead is nothing in today's NBA no more. All right. So we got to hit our free throws and we got to be consistent in the clutch. That's what it matters. And I land the
Yeah.
plane.
Yeah, yo, I just want to give sis a shout out. Y'all know that she on the road, but she's still here with
Facts.
us. You know what I
Facts.
mean?
Always.
Shout out to your dedication
Of
to
course.
to to the brand, and I appreciate you for that. Facts.
And
But
this is why she's
Look,
earned the title
this
of First Lady of Knicks and
this
Ish.
background is ugly, but it is what it
We don't care.
is.
yeah, you outside. Yo, so yeah, you know,
Can I
I,
add one thing that we didn't mention?
absolutely.
See, I left something
We
for you.
made stops when it mattered.
Yeah, I was about to get
We
to
made
some.
stops when it mattered, especially in overtime. I mean, I think Maxi got past Precious too easily at the end of regulation, but
Yeah,
Precious
the two
definitely
layups.
made up for it with that block on that
Yeah,
layup in
Mm-hmm.
overtime.
yeah, punch this shit. Facts. Uh, yeah, one thing in this game I wasn't in love with. I was not in love with the minute distribution. I felt like when Campaign was on the court, he gave great minutes.
Hmm.
I felt like when Pressure was on the court, he gave great minutes. We didn't see Shamit at all tonight, which baffles me. We needed somebody else that can create a little bit of offense for themselves, and I feel like Shamit could do that. I hate to see Shamit be iced out of the rotation. That don't make sense to me. Uh,
But do you
do
think it's because how fast Maxi is that he
I
would
don't
have
think
had trouble defending him?
I don't think he would have been defending Maxi. Uh,
Well,
the-
here's one thing you got to understand about Maxi. Just because he's fast doesn't mean he's controlled. A lot of the times he's not controlled going to the basket. You know what I mean?
this is facts, but at the same time, I don't think Shamit would have had to guard Maxi at all. I think
Nah,
there was
he
space.
probably wouldn't.
It was space for Josh Hart to get some breaks. Josh Hart wasn't guarding Maxi. Like he wasn't guarding Maxi. Uh, but again, I'm not gonna be the fool to argue results. We got the dub. That's all that matters. Uh, but Precious block that was huge. That was huge. Yeah, I had to control myself. People sleep. People sleep in the house right now. You know what I mean? So I had to gather myself. But JB, he's 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 already a Nick legend. You know what I mean? Uh, We got to
Throw
get
his
him.
jersey up.
Yeah, Raptors.
We gotta get him a few more All Star bids. I'll say about five more. No, not five more. What he got one in his belt?
I give
About
him
four.
two or three. Give him two or three. Get him to four, and then I think
Yeah,
he'll be
I say
starting to be in talks there. You know.
I say four more, and then you got him like now as like a league wide legend.
Yeah.
Uh, and don't let him win a championship. Then it's a wrap. Uh,
New York is gonna lose it. New York is
yeah,
gonna
fact.
lose it, bro.
But back to tonight's game, I thought you know what JB did against Paul George in overtime, that was big time. Because say what you want about Paul George's injuries, say how sometimes his offense be fleeting, especially since the injuries. He's always been a great defender,
Hmm.
always. And Nick Nurse, credit to him, he did the prudent thing. JB was killing. So he put his best defender on JB. He tried fucking Oubre, and Oubre was getting work.
He was yo. He was violating Oubre with the floater and the midi. Like Oubre, just
Oubre,
come here, bro. Cook him
Oubre was
every
getting
time.
work. So in the late fourth quarter in overtime, he did the smart thing. I'm putting my best defender on JB, and and I ain't gonna lie, in some parts of the fourth, it was working. And then JB mind started computing. What Cam said, computers computing. No, no, yeah, computers computing,
Just
boopity
computing.
booping. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
computers computing. And that's what JB Mind did, and he found the formula uh to give Paul George the work too. And again, the only criticism I have sometimes, especially in the fourth quarter, you don't have to fight the defense. You know what I mean? Make the right pass because we it was some unnecessary turnovers
Hmm.
in the fourth. I'm not counting that Tyrese Maxey
Yeah.
steal on JB against JB. That's
Whoever saw
Ty,
it coming should have called it out.
whoever
Yeah, that's the off man. That's the off man.
whoever Tyrese Maxey was guarding. They should have been yelling at JB, cover the ball, he's coming. Yeah, I mean, but they whatever. Yeah, I mean, but it was some other plays that JB was just trying to do a little bit too much. uh, playing hero ball. And I understand that Cat's not there. You're the captain. It's your time to shine, but you also gotta trust your teammates. You feel me? Like if you look at the I'm not here to argue, even though I got my pick who's number one and number two in the GOAT debate. If you look at both of the GOATs, in times that it mattered, they passed the ball in crucial situations. Even though it may be times that most people thought they were supposed to take the shot. They pass the ball in crucial situations because you have to make the right play. And if winning is the ultimate goal, you know what you got to do. But again, not going to be the fool to argue results. We won tonight. If we lost, it'd be a different conversation. And
Man,
and when I land this plane, I want to say this. Philly, fuck y'all. Enjoy y'all nuggets courtesy of Jalen Brunson. And also
Facts.
enjoy that L versus courtesy of Jalen Brunson. My boy giveth and he taketh.
Take it away. Take it the L and give you the nuggets. Yes. But I'd like to add on real quick, right? If I may, I'd like to add on just for 2 seconds, real quick. One thing I saw that I liked tonight, there was a man between the ball and the defender on the screens tonight, people. Did you see
Yeah.
that? Was y'all watching the same game I was watching? Because even Sims was doing it tonight. And yes, I watched the game. Sims was doing it as well. I was like, wait a minute. Are they actually creating space between the ball and the defender for Brunson tonight? I said, yeah, Brunson's going to cook tonight. I thought he was going to drop a 40 piece, not to be funny. I took him for 40. I was too sure.
hmm
even Josh leading the offense. taking that pressure
That's
off of
fine.
him, bringing it up for the last
Yeah.
few games has been great because teams still sleep on Josh. So
That's
Mm-hmm.
what's that's what we need, you know. A lot of the times we need somebody else to bring the ball up the floor.
It
You
was
understand?
between Josh and Mikal tonight.
mhm.
Yeah, because you know, a lot of these teams are playing three quarter court press, sometimes full court press,
But
or
and
they'll press
only
up
on
until the half
JB.
court line. Yes, on JB, they'll press up until the half court line, and then you
Yeah.
see them sag off.
Yep.
You understand? So it's different for each game, the elements. But as long as we're keeping space between the defender and the ball handler on the screen, you're giving Brunson room to work, and you're still keeping the spacing.
So, check it. I'm looking at the stats, right?
Hmm.
The major difference tonight, even though it said this was a weak spot for our squad, was the bench points.
Of
Uh,
course.
because if you're looking at like the offense, the starting liners production offensively versus their starting lineup production offensively, this shit is almost damn near mirror image. To
Hmm.
be perfectly honest, it's almost damn near mirror image. But when you look at the bench
When you look
scoring,
at that bench and you see Deuce and Precious, and you like, oh yeah, we did that. We
yeah,
did that.
yeah, that's where it's at, and it's only going to get better. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
only going to get better once we get Mitch back. You know what I
Yep.
mean? That's a topic I want to, speak on before we get out of here. But we still on this game.
Mhm. I think
Uh,
another important stat was our rebounding. We out rebounded them by 10,
Hmm.
Big
and
facts.
our offensive rebounds was great today and gave us super easy points.
Hey, one
Gotta
third of
Um,
credit,
those rebounds, one third of those rebounds were offensive today. That's big. 15
right.
out of 45. That's
gotta,
big.
cr- gotta credit some of that to Jericho Sims, man.
Facts.
Facts. I
Jericho,
was very impressed with how he played the minutes that he played.
And one thing I can say about Jericho Sims tonight, he stood still on the screens tonight. That was the thing that was killing me. No, there's a lot. Listen, he has a number of offensive foul calls because of that. All right.
Darlene's in the building. We got,
Darlene.
you know what I
You're in the
mean?
building. Salute,
But
Darlene.
yeah, another thing I can say about Jericho Sims is he looked at the basket on the offensive rebound and
Yes.
got a bucket. I was like, oh,
Twice.
look at my boy. Look at my boy. He, you know what I mean? Like he got the rebound.
Twice. Can you say 3 for 5?
I'm talking about the hook shot. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I
didn't expect that.
yeah, I understand the dunks. We got some dunks out of Jericho, but the hook shot, I was like,
That was
yeah, look at my boy. And the crazy part is when they showed him in pregame workouts, like when it was shout out to my guy JJ
JJ in the
Jackson,
building.
you know what I mean? But in the pregame workouts when they showed him when they was talking about Cat wasn't playing, I watched him work on that shot with what's the big man coach name?
Uh-huh. Bryant.
Yeah, I saw him working out with him. And that's the move they was working on, for sure. That's the exact move they was working on. And to watch it translate into the game, I'm proud of Jericho Sims, man. I like Jericho. We Knicks fans and we have a super attachment to our guys. You know what I mean? We have a super attachment to our guys that we draft, and he's one of them. You know what I mean? Like when we got him and I saw how high he jumped and I saw him in the summer league, I said, "There's something there." But the only complaint I got about Jericho Sims is that he don't have that killer. You know what I mean? Like he don't have that killer. It If he had that killer in him with all his physical attributes, bro, he could be
Mm.
something special. You know what I mean? He's kind of passive.
Yeah.
But shout out to
No.
Jericho Sims tonight for getting some buckets, man.
Hold on, there's one more person I gotta shout out, man. Deuce! Deuce, my guy, Deuce. As always, big minutes in Philly again. Every time we go to Philly, Deuce, you show up, bro. You always putting on when we in Philly, my guy. Deuce, you are appreciated, man. 3 out of 4 from three, 4 or 5 from the field. You know what I'm saying, Deuce, man? You're needed, bro. You got to stay healthy as best you can, bro. You're needed, bro. And the other thing, remember I brought up the topic about playing. Well, I think me and T Time talked about this on a couple of episodes about playing Brunson and Deuce McBride together. It's needed, bro. It's needed, and you saw it tonight. You saw it tonight. You saw that having a couple of ball handlers on the court took some pressure off of JB, especially in the second quarter and the third quarter when they was making runs and Deuce was sustaining the offense. He was holding us afloat, you know.
Yeah,
Shout out to the guys tonight, man. Great game tonight, despite the playing the starters more than 40 minutes. It doesn't matter. We need these wins. These wins are important, man.
yeah.
And big shout out to them Knicks fans out in Philly. We heard y'all. We
Oh
heard
yeah.
y'all loud and clear over the
Wait.
weekend.
Excuse me. Wait, I'm sorry, sis. I ain't trying to cut you off. And shout out my guy Rampage Ray because he was at the Philly game tonight.
Facts.
Shout my guy Rampage Ray out. He was there. He called me on the phone earlier. He's like, "Yo, I'm going to Philly. I'm waiting for my ride." And he called me from the game about a little after halftime. He called me. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
We heard y'all
Shout out
loud and
Rampage
clear with
Ray.
the chant.
Facts.
So
Facts.
mad love for y'all because we just continue in that Philly takeover.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
our home court now. That's not Philly's home court. That's
Yeah.
our home court.
If you in the
MSG Philly.
building, if you in the building, make sure you press that like button for sure. You know what I mean? Sharing is always caring. Subscribe. You know the vibes. Uh,
AP in the building. Uncle Dre in the
AP,
building.
yes, sir. Uncle Dre, we see you. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. What we was talking about before I got distracted by trying to tell everybody to like
No,
this shit.
I was talking about how we were talking about playing Deuce McBride with Jalen Brunson.
Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to
Yeah,
say. You know,
yeah.
we do. You know, after missing 5 games, uh, his shot was a struggle. You know what I mean? And he was shooting very well before he got hurt. Uh, I think we get back to that. I think tonight was a step back to dudes giving us 10 plus a night. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Uh, and that's huge for our bench production. You know, everybody talk shit about our bench, and I'm like, well, one of our main bench scorers has been hurt. And then like campaign was hurt for a little while too, and he's the second biggest producer for us off the bench. Now having them both back and hopefully producing at a high level, if both look, if we could get from 16 to 20 points a game from them two off the bench, that speak volumes. And that's not even far fetched.
Nah,
That's not
both of them
far
could give you
fetched at
10
all.
any given night. That's true.
You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying? So if we can get 16 to 20 a night from them two, and whatever pressures give you, whether it's 4 to 6 points a game, that's
Mhm.
26-point bench points on a nightly basis. And who knows how Coach Tommy T is going to fluctuate Shamit's minutes. So you might have Shamit giving you another 6 to 8 points. This this is
Mhm.
what I'm saying. Our bench is decent. It's just the fact that we ain't been healthy and cohesive on the bench side since the season started.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And tonight, just seeing Deuce having that confidence in his jump shot, that chase down still, like Uncle Paulie said, was absolutely crucial and fire. Shout out to Deuce for that. But
Facts.
just to see his
Definitely.
jump shot start working again was great.
Mhm. No, I
You know,
think it's going to be
shout,
important. And I think everybody that said our bench was weak, they're going to eat their words come second half of the season.
yeah. Yo, shout out to everybody once I said like that liked. Because I
Everybody
just
was
checked.
on it. Right. Shout
Everybody
out to everybody.
I just
Definitely.
checked. And y'all did your job. I appreciate y'all. Now, only thing we need y'all to do is share. Once we get that happen, you know what I mean, we off to the races.
Oh,
Uh,
can I just add something there real quick?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give y'all a couple of key stats for the Knicks right now, right? Just in terms of just overall, right? So right now, as it stands, the Knicks are sixth in points per game at 117.4. Field goal percentage, the Knicks are third in the league at just under 50%.
Hmm.
Right? We are fifth in the league in 3-point field goal percentage, despite some of these horrible games that we have had. We're still at 37%. Okay. And we still got to work. The only thing I see in the stats we got to work on is rebounding. Because at this time last year, we were in top five in rebounding. We're 22nd right now in rebounding.
We
And
don't
that's
have
where
our
the
big
fall
man
off
yet.
is happening. Yes, exactly. That's where the fall off is happening. But despite everybody saying the Knicks are struggling, oh, we haven't got it together, it's like T Time said before, and I'm going to quote T Time again. You haven't seen the best version of this Knicks team yet. And you're soon to see it. It's coming. So be patient, Knicks fans. We're
No,
43
that's
games in, and what's the record at 43 games?
really
Over
good.
500? Exactly.
Really good. The fifth best in the NBA. Really good. Oh, it's 11-11. Make a wish. Uh, the thing that I'm most impressed about this team is, well, we knew this from last year and like the years before. There's no quit in this team. I felt like Philly gave a hell of a fight, and there was a point where the rope could have been let go. Yeah, I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
there was a point that the rope could have been let go, but we would not relinquish the lead. Oh, we let them tie it. Oh, we let them tie it, but we wouldn't let them take the lead. You know what I
Wow.
mean? And that to me is what I like to, because again, if you look for it, there's an excuse in every matchup. You know what I mean? There's an excuse to be had in every game. The starters played so many minutes. There's an excuse there. You know what I
Mm.
mean? But they fought. They fought. What Uncle Dre talking about? Saying, yeah, that's a fact, and that's what we've
No,
been
he's
saying.
absolutely right.
This is what we've been saying here on Nixon Ish. You know, I said this. I don't know if it was the last time or the time before when I said that.
Two lives ago.
Tommy T teams usually steamroll into the playoffs. You know what I mean? We watched that happen a few times. Excuse me. We watched that happen a few times since he's been here. We have these kind of like, wishy-washy starts, and by the time it's time to get ready for the second half of the season or after the All-Star break, because that's what I really call the second half of the season. Uh, we start the steamroll, and I feel that coming again. Pause. Uh, yeah, that was crazy.
Somebody, somebody, somebody tell Boston they got company, because two
They
games
lost tonight.
back.
They lost
Yeah, they
tonight
lost to the
to
Raptors. Exactly. That's why we're 2 games back now. So guess what, Boston? Coming for that second spot. You heard?
man, that's nasty. Boston losing to the Raptors. Have we lost to the Raptors this year? No,
No.
no.
Cat hit the three to win in the Toronto. We blew them out at the Garden. Yeah, we ain't lose to them.
Yeah. So as as good as Cleveland play, I watched them last night against the Pacers.
Pacers. Yeah, I watched that game too.
Oh, they could be beat. Oh, they could be beat. Yeah, I mean, I just think they got a good stride going right now. They could be beat. Evan Mobley is playing a shit ton of good offense, but they could be beat. I don't want to harp on that too long. I'm just saying the way our team is constructed and when we're all healthy, the only team I'm scared of is OKC. That's it. That's it.
Hmm.
That is it. I hope if we make a run to the finals, OKC get bumped by one of them West Coast teams early. Facts. I ain't gonna lie. That team is built really well. You know what I mean? Uh, but yeah. So another thing too, early on into the game, before the game started, they was talking to Monica McNutt, and that was one of the knocks about this team is that we can't beat the upper echelon teams, and more than half of the losses we had to the 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 top teams in the NBA were in the first 8 games of the season.
Hmm.
We weren't even. We were still trying to figure out how we was going to run JB and Cat at the same time. You know what I mean?
And
Like, but yeah,
and
Fred,
just
go
and just to add in real quick, I remember at that time, it's like everybody's ready, like, oh, yo, I'm like, Cleveland's gonna blow us out, and are we gonna be able to play with Boston? I'm like, you're not even giving this team a chance. Like, give the team a chance. Like,
ahead.
you've only seen 43 games so far. Like, we still got the most important part of the season left to come. Like, and we're only gonna be healthy. We're only gonna
Uncle,
be healthy.
Uncle Paulie, we spoke about this. We spoke about this too. He
Yep.
was like, yo, like, yeah, this gets the main guys in shape to play 40 something minutes in the playoffs when it matters because that's the minutes that the Knicks are playing now is the minutes that players play in the playoffs.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's so many minutes. It's a method to the madness, and I've seen this last year because we were understaffed and all our guys was on go. All our guys was on go to go 40 minutes every game of the 7 game series that we played both times. The only thing is that people started getting hurt. You know what I mean? And do I agree with Coach Tommy T all the time? No. I thought tonight was a night that he could probably utilize his bench, especially because they were playing well. But again, me, T Time, as they called me yesterday, Dr. T Time, I am I'm not gonna be the fool to argue results, dog. When we start losing and result back to 500, if God forbid we do, right? Uh that's when I start complaining about minutes and shit.
Right.
But not while we winning, dog. Not while we winning.
And not only that, when you think about just ordinary people, right? Like these guys get paid millions of dollars to play 2 hours of basketball, right? Granted, it's running up and down and doing all that. What about us regular people that get paid not nothing close to that and work 12, 14, 16 hours straight? I mean, I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning working. It's 10 o'clock at night.
And you still here putting in work.
You see
Boom.
what I'm saying?
Yo,
Like,
so
I'm at
so
work right
people
now.
complain about time, but do they really think like, okay, what do I really do on a day-to-day basis? You know what I mean? They're only putting in 2 hours of a basketball
well
game and what, an
well
hour of warm up, an hour to get to the game.
in all fairness, the real ones be at the gym on their day on quote unquote their days off. But I gotta work 16 hours tomorrow. You know what I
Right.
mean? I gotta get up at ass crack of dawn. But Josh Hart said it the best. I waited a long time to just get on the court. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like if you look at a lot of the guys, aside from Mikal and OG, everybody else on the team was like a backup. No, Mikal started as a backup. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Big
I,
facts, Uncle Paulie. And we give them our 2 hours every game day.
well, that's a fact.
Listen. Let's keep it a buck.
Plus the
I'm at
hour
work
of
right
Knicks and
now.
Ish. So we give them 3 hours of Knicks
All
talk.
right. I'm at work right now. Half of these lives y'all see me on, I'm at work. All right. I'm here. I'm here. I put in the work to be here. And I'm not even trying to toot my own horn, so to speak. But I'm just saying, literally, like, we put in the work. We're here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I think even like on today, I watched the ESPN broadcasting, and as much as I hate hearing her voice because she's so annoying,
oh,
but
Doris.
Doris said it. She
I was just about to
said,
say Doris Burke. I know.
"Yeah, oh, her voice is so annoying," and even most of the stuff she says is annoying. I'm like, you a woman? Come on now, like you got to do better for us women in the game.
Mhm.
Uh, but she even said that the Knicks players said they do not care about minutes. They
Yeah.
do not care about having to play these 40 plus minutes. So fans, they do not care. The players have said it. It's been said on national TV,
Also said on the Roommates podcast,
also said on their podcast.
on
They
the
chilling.
episode with Tommy T and Josh Hart talking about it.
Shout out to
Michael
Michael
Brown in
Brown.
the building.
Yo, so check
No,
it.
I'm not in Philly. I'm in Houston working.
So check it, right? We talking about minutes. We already know that the players said they don't care about minutes. We already know how the coach feel about playing these guys minutes. The only people who complaining about the players playing minutes is people sitting on the fucking couch.
Facts.
Ironic. Yeah, I mean,
Facts.
but look, and this is the thing that annoys me the most about, certain fans. Because if they say something positive to back their coach, right? Like we don't care about minutes, we want to play this minutes, we prepared for it. They be like, they don't really mean that shit. But
Right.
if but let one of them come out and say, "Oh, I'm exhausted. I'm playing too much minutes." They're gonna lose their mind because that's obviously the truth. But like you can't pick and choose when you want to believe what comes out of players' mouths. You feel me? Like that's a slippery slope. Me, I choose to believe what the players say until it's proven otherwise. You know what I mean? Like for instance, let's we took we like we all knew Mikal wanted to be here when he was in Brooklyn. We all knew it.
Facts.
Kev spoke that up too. I ain't
That's
gonna
a
lie. Shout
facts
out
because
Kev.
when
Because
he
Kev
got traded
spoke
out
that
of
up,
Phoenix, he
man.
was happy thinking he was coming to us.
Yeah, so
Right.
we we uh we knew he wanted to be here, but his words were saying other. And I didn't like, when I was doing the other podcast, I wasn't pressing that. Like, oh, he lying. It's like, all right,
Hmm.
well, we just know where he want to be for real. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the same thing that Knick fans do when players is telling them, yo, I don't care about minutes. You know what I mean? I don't care about minutes. And I gotta let that go. Good win tonight. You know what I mean? Appreciate the Knicks for pulling through. It was a tough fought victory. Yeah, I mean, even though we should have won this game handedly, they still got Tyrese Maxey and Paul George, and their stars stepped up tonight. You know what I mean? To make this a competition.
Excuse me.
You know what I mean? But moving forward, because I'm only gonna be here for about like 15 minutes more. Uh, let's talk about these trade rumors, dog. Y'all know,
I got one. I got one.
yeah.
I've mentioned it before here on Nixon Ish. I'm starting to see it a lot more now, guys. You know the name I'm going to say. I've said the name a number of times. I'm going to say it one more time for all y'all in the back.
Valanciunas.
Thank you very much. That is the name, Jonas Valanciunas. Now, I know what you're thinking, people. I know what you're thinking.
Not for
He's
me.
not all that. He's not all that great a rim protector, and he can be a streaky player at times. Well, guess what? look at the upside of Jonas Valanciunas for a minute. He's a great rebounder. He's very active around the basket, meaning he's not just going to be standing there looking at the ball, looking up, waiting for a shot. He's going to be active. He's active on rebounds. He has a mid-range shot. All right. He he has a mid-range game. Hell, he even can hit the three-pointer if he needs to hit the three.
Mhm.
And if we look at it, he's one of the best available big man options left in free agency. So again, I'll ask the question one more time. What y'all think on Valanciunas?
So I'm gonna
So,
ask you a question.
Cool.
Who we giving up for him?
Good question. I see there's talks about possibly giving up Mitch. Now, I'm not saying that these are solid talks. This is just what I've seen out there. I'm just putting it out there. So do not quote me 100% on this. This is not true. I don't know how true this stuff is. I'm just telling y'all what I've seen. All right. I've seen reports of Mitch being involved in the deal. I've seen reports of Sims, somebody off the bench, and a couple of picks or something to that degree. Not necessarily saying four people, but somewhere around two to four players and picks, something like that, with some cash considerations thrown in there. Listen, second round picks and one player, get it done, Knicks. Leon Rose, get it done.
I don't want to
uh,
see Mitch go on a trade like that. To be honest,
Okay, so let me ask you a question based on you saying that now, sis. So are we going to continue to keep Mitch, seeing that he may possibly get injured again? Now, if Mitch gets injured again, are we going to be able to move
I
on
just
from
feel
him?
like a lot of his injuries were not his fault. They were like almost freak accident injuries. Like there's no way to know that Embiid is gonna pull on his damn
yo,
leg like that. Like
So,
I,
so
I,
this is
I don't think that I don't know that Valanciunas for Mitch is gonna give us probably the results that we may need. I want to see what Mitch can give with this team before we make a move like that. Cause Mitch
I
is
agree with
huge for
that.
our team to me.
yeah. So I feel like Mitch definitely has injuries, but I feel like the extent of his injuries are greatly over exaggerated. There's only three times in his career that he's played less than 60 games, and one of them he played 59. Uh, we know what happened last year. Why Mitch got injured the last time he played 33 games that season. He was injured that season. He didn't play yet this season, so obviously he's probably going to play less than. No, he's going to play less than 60 something games this season. But we know why. You know what I mean? Like it's not like this is an anomaly that he just got injured last season and everybody want to write him off. Is kind of ridiculous. You saw his frustration, on social media with Ian Begley again talking out his ass. Uh, there's some people that's gonna probably back Ian Begley because he kind of hit on the cat trade,
Uh
but
oh. Uh oh.
oh what? Oh,
Steven's commenting.
I'm not paying I'm not paying attention no motherfucking Steven. Uh, that's my guy, Steven. Steven. Though I talk like this about her, but Steven, though
He know. Shout out,
my
Steven.
guy.
Shout out to you, bro.
Uh, yeah,
Go ahead,
but
T Time. Finish up. Go ahead.
yeah, again, like I said, Mitch played 60 plus games for most of his career, except for 3 years, and 1 year he played 59. Uh,
Yep.
and like I said, he was frustrated. He was showing his frustration about the trade rumors that Ian Begley was supposedly reporting about him being on the trading block. Obviously, he knows something different than Ian Begley does because he's actually in the situation. With the words, I want to say what I want to say, but I'm not. You know what I mean? Like because he wanted to curse Ian Begley out, dog. Like
Yeah.
Cause he be capping too much. He
Nah,
be
he
like
does.
capping
I
way
ain't
too
gonna
fucking
lie.
much these
so
He
days.
so
sometimes he goes too far.
So that's what I was getting at before I lost my train of thought. Was the fact that like he's gonna lean on the fact that he was right this one time with Cat, but at the same time, year after year, I watch him whiff at his so-called information that he get from some so-called insider. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's nasty work. It's nasty work, man. And I hate the fact that Ian Begley career is based on trying to build the vibe between the team and the organization in the name of he's supposed to be an investigative journalist when it comes to sports, but really it seems more like he just spreads gossip. You know what I mean? Like there's people that's gonna watch that and be like, why he talk about Ian Begley like that? Because I'm not one of those dudes that's suckling at the teat thinking that Ian Begley gonna give me an opportunity to be famous. Fuck Ian Begley. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Uh I just hate the fact that the way he tries to draw a wedge between my team every year. Every year is the same shit with this guy.
Facts.
Every year is some weird ass trade rumor in the middle of the fucking season that never fucking comes to fruition. You know what I
Facts.
mean? He hit one time in the off season, and that trade wasn't going to happen if Isaiah Hartenstein didn't sign with OKC because he
Facts.
reported that they were interested in Cat before Hartenstein went to OKC. These are the facts. You know what I mean? And ain't no cat over here. These are the facts. If Hartenstein again traded, he would have whiffed again on Cat. You know what I
Facts.
mean? And I hate that. And I hate that he's trying to do this to Mitch. Do I think there's a possibility that the Knicks going to trade for Valanciunas? Absolutely. Because Leon is always active. You know what I mean? He's always active around a trade deadline. But at the same time, to throw Mitch name out there like that, which I believe he don't have no concrete source on it, I don't believe it until I see it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
When I see it, I believe it.
I mean, how
And
many seasons has Mitch name been thrown into trade talks?
every year
Every
since he's
season.
been here,
I'm about to say every season. Every season since he's been a Nick. What are we talking about here?
and now he's the
Even
last.
after he got drafted.
Dog, you don't. Me personally, I feel like the Knicks don't want to be the team to have the best offensive rebounding big, one of the best, paint protectors,
Right.
paint protection bigs in the league, and trade him, and then he goes get healthy somewhere else and start riling y'all up. You know what I mean? Like, you think they're
Yeah.
going to trade him after they gave him that big ass contract? One of the reasons that made Julius Randle tradable was the fact that his contract was expiring.
Mm-hmm.
Like these are the things you gotta put into consideration when you talk about these trades. You know what I mean? Julius Randle trade contract was expiring.
Mm-hmm.
Dante was a casualty of war because we needed to get rid of we not needed to get rid of Julius Randle, but we wanted to trade Jules. And the only way we could have traded him was to attach Dante because
Facts.
we knew Jew he was going to want his money. And I also think that was a part of it too, that Jew was going to want to get paid. He already took a
Mm-hmm.
pay cut. This is my time around. I want my bread. And they're like, do we want to get stuck another 5 years with Julius Randle when we can get Cat, who has 3 years left on his contract? For about the same money per. You know what I mean? That's all I'm
Yes.
saying.
It's annoying.
Not
That's
to
I
all I'm
mean,
mention
saying.
you
I think a
still
lot
had to
of
face.
fans always think about let's trade, let's make a move, we need to get better. But do you ever think like maybe that piece that we need we have already and just hasn't played?
You
Because
hear
we
me?
need a rim protector, we need a rebounder. That is Mitch.
You hear
Mind
me now?
you, mind you, if that were the case and Randall was to get re-signed, the Knicks would highly be in the second apron without even having Bridges offered a
Fine.
deal yet.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a
So
That's a fact. And another thing about Mitch and his injuries, they talk about him like he gray older than Zion. You know what I mean? Like,
Word.
bro, like I said, missing 20 games a season is a lot. I'm not gonna pretend like it isn't. You know what I mean? But it ain't atrocious. You feel me? It's not atrocious. And knowing that he's going to be sitting most of the season, and then he's going to come into, the February, that's around All Star break, leading into the postseason. More the indication when you look at his numbers as far as his health go, that means he's going to be healthy. That it means that he's likely going to be healthy for the postseason when we really need him. And to me, you don't trade the number one offensive rebounding center in the league. You just don't do it, especially going into the playoffs. And as much as I think Valanciunas would be an addition to this team, do I think he's better than Mitchell Robinson as a total player? Hell the fuck nah. Nah. The little bit of points he's going to give you off the bench, Valanciunas could rebound now. Don't ain't nobody knocking him for that, but he ain't Mitch. He can't defend the rim like Mitch. I think y'all disgusting for the ones that's on social media in a heartbeat. That's why y'all motherfuckers ain't GMs. Cause y'all dumb. You motherfuckers are dumb. I'll trade Mitch for Valanciunas in a heartbeat. How old is Valanciunas? He's in his
Oh,
mid. He's like 35, 36. You got another year out of Valanciunas. Mitch is still like 26. He's still like 26. There's still a possibility that Mitch could put together a 70 game season. Like, Valanciunas going to be retired in the next 2 years.
he's
Fuck.
32.
Yeah, he 30, 32. Yeah, 32.
Well, he moved like he's 35. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to say fuck Valanciunas because he might be a part of my team. But y'all know what I'm thinking.
No, we can say it because we said it about Cat. Fuck him. He ain't a Nick.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
can I also add something to that Valanciunas talk as well? You know what else
Hold
Valanciunas
on, hold on,
excels?
hold on,
Oh.
hold on, Fred. Fuck Valanciunas. All right, go ahead.
That was for the comment, Uncle Boily, I know. But what I was gonna say was one thing. One of Valanciunas' strong suits is he's a beast at one thing the Knicks do very well: pick and roll. This is facts. If you know Valanciunas' style of play, he's doing that because of Steven. Yeah, it's about to be a rant. So you know what? I'm gonna fall back and I'll resume what I wanted to say after Tea
Steven.
Time gets his oncoming rant. So hit the button again for him, Anna. There you go. Go ahead, Tea Time. Get it.
Yeah,
Get it. Rant.
Steven. You on drugs. Because D Rose, after he tore his MCL, was clearly not even close to the same player.
Word.
Not at all. You know what I mean?
Never. It was nowhere near as explosive. I tell you that right now, bro.
Mitchell,
Nowhere near.
Mitchell Robinson wasn't he was last year, even after the injury that he had the year before, was he came into the season and was dominating the league on the boards. And
Hmm.
we was talking that he might be a defensive player of the league in the first stages of the season.
Season.
So like, how can we talk about him in like D Rose? He's literally D Rose. That don't make sense. You know what I mean? That don't make sense. Mitchell Robinson, yes, does he have injury problems? We all know he does. We not running from that. What I'm
Hmm.
saying is not as bad as y'all making it out to be. Y'all,
Facts.
Yo, Knicks fans let the
That you
media
would think he was
walk.
Embiid or some shit. Like
Yeah.
the
Knicks
way they
fans,
be talking.
Knicks fans let the media warp their minds, especially the New York media people, dog. The Ian Begleys, the Fred Katz, and whoever else. Y'all let these people warp your minds, man. And y'all don't really use your eyes and do your own independent research. Again, like I said, 20 missing 20 games a season is nothing to sneeze at. You know what I mean? That's nothing to sneeze at all. But it's not as bad as y'all make it seem. No. If the Ice Cube name is Joel Embiid, you are 100% right. If the Ice Cube name is Joel Embiid, you are 100% right. If not, relax. You know what I mean? And wait for Big Mitch to get back and watch the impact that he have on his team. And then you're going to be quiet. You know what? You're going to be quiet and I'm not going to see you. Because I peep your style, Steven.
Yeah, I was about to say he don't
Call him
show up
out.
when he wrong. Point him out. Point him out.
I peep. You see, I'm using the pointer finger too. I'm doing
Point
that
him
too.
out.
Yo, Steven, I peep your style. You say these things, and when these things don't start coming to fruition, you disappear for a minute, homie. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you when you're here. You know you my guy. Like I always say, I got well what 6 hour lives with Steven, for real. Like
Mm-hmm.
we was on the channel 6 hours talking shit. But yeah, I peep your style, man. You say these things, and then when Mitch come back and start dominating, we not gonna see you again until he get hurt, and then gonna be like, look, look, look. Nah, get out of here with that, man. Get out of here with that. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all got anything else
Yeah.
going?
Um. Honestly, we see y'all Friday for the Timberwolves game.
So we could
Oh,
whip up on them again.
wait. I thought we
Nope,
no,
it's
no, no,
Julius Randle time. Yeah,
no, no,
it's
no.
that time.
AP. Yeah, this
Up,
is what
up.
this is one of the things that I did want to happen tonight, especially when I saw Maxi and Paul George on the roster tonight. We missing Cat. That's very important for our team. You know what I mean? McCain, absolutely. That is somebody you could list as important to their team because he was absolutely balling before he got hurt.
Oh, you talking about
But
the rookie McCain?
Yeah,
for
Yeah, he's
sure,
a beast. He is a
the
beast. I ain't
weirdo.
gonna lie. He was
he was
averaging like 20 before he
yeah,
got hurt, bro.
he was wilding. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
we missing Cat. They missing Embiid. They missing McCain. We're missing Mitchell Robinson.
They didn't even have Andre Drummond in the lineup tonight either.
They missing
Man,
a lot of
check it.
people, but that's their problem because they
Yo,
didn't
check,
care
Yeah.
about us last
Facts.
check,
year.
check it. Fuck Andre Johnson.
Facts.
He ain't been real like that since he left Detroit. You know what I
And he
mean?
turned us down. Remember, he turned us down. All right.
Well, fuck him. I didn't want him anyway because he ain't been
Exactly.
real. He ain't been real since he left Detroit. You know what
Turned
I
into a
mean?
Dennis Rodman type player now. All he known for
Yeah.
is rebounds. That's it.
So,
Like,
so with that being said, Paul George and Tyrese Maxey still played. It's a fact. And they still lost. And the only reason why they didn't lose by more is because we stopped playing what Mrs. Knicks loves to call New York Knicks basketball.
Yep.
You know what I
And the
mean?
crazy
it's
thing
true.
is, they thought they was gonna beat us. That's why they sat out last night. They sat out last night to play us
Mm-hmm.
tonight.
Yep. I seen that. Remember we was talking about that, sis? I was like, oh,
Yep.
they thought they slick. I'm like,
They
look,
thought they was gonna beat us.
everybody worried about playing the
Oh,
Knicks.
that's what you're saying. My fault, AP. He said, look at their payroll. Oh, they
Oh
screwed.
yeah. They done. They done.
Oh, they screwed. So yeah, I remember when everybody was like, "Yo," there was a lot of people, especially in this Nick fan base. We need to sign Paul George, and every last person on this panel was like, "Hell nah."
Hell no.
Facts. Philly ain't
Why
looking
we
too
gonna
good.
Why we gonna give this fool 50 mil to be hurt?
Wait, what's their record? 15-24?
They're not even in the play-in right now.
Cut it out, man. They 12th. Cut it out. They like 12th. Cut it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless anybody got anything else, shout out to everybody who pulled up. Don't forget to press that like button for your favorite panel. Sharing is always caring. If you're new, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Make sure your notification bell set to all. And we were like, oh yeah, I forgot. Don't forget, as you see floating on the bottom of the screen, that is the link to get you one of these lovely Knicks ish hoodies that you see me and T Tom wearing right now, right? The link is right there in the banner. Okay? Check out the Shopify for Knicks and Ish. And we will see y'all on Friday for the Timberwolves recap.
Hit the music,
Let's go,
T
Knicks.
Time.
Hit the music. We're out of here. Let's go, Knicks.
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom back to melody rap. If they gon' put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it.